everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with a video that I've actually never done before. I don't know if anybody has done this before because I do think it's a slightly bizarre concept, but I thought that I would film a wrap and chat with me because obviously you guys know Christmas is coming up and I have got pretty much all of my gifts now, and I thought I would wrap them up whilst filming a video because it motivates me. I actually hate Christmas gift wrapping. I really don't enjoy it. I wish they just came wrapped because it's just effort, but I do also love the end result where they look really nice, so it's a bit of a weird one. So I thought I would wrap things up whilst chatting to you. So I have the items in front of me. I'm not going to make a massive show about what I'm wrapping just because people will be watching that will get the gift. So there are some things like this is pretty like nondescript, and I've also got it on a box a little bit higher up so you can see what I'm doing, but I'm not going to be doing like a haul because obviously they're gifts. So if you are new to my channel, do subscribe down below, and I thought we would just have like an honest chat. I've asked for some topics you guys want me to talk about over on Instagram. There's a couple of things that I want to talk about, so I thought we'd just get on with it really. I have my 3 choices of wrapping paper here. I've gone for like a blue and white theme this Christmas, a little bit different, but they're all like starry snowflakes. This one says the most wonderful time of the year, which tiny bit ironic this year. I really don't think this is going to be the best Christmas we've ever had, but yeah, I actually love this wrapping paper. They're all from either garden centres or B&M. There you go. And I'm going to start with the most easy shapes to wrap, such as this box, and I'm actually going to use this wrapping paper for it because wow, that came off easier than I thought. Right, I'm going to have a gander on Instagram at what you guys have been saying. Some of you are so savage and some of you are lovely. I mean, there are 100% loads of lovely comments, so I'm just going to go from the bottom, to be honest. I don't want to talk about stuff I've talked about previously. This is a good one, and I kind of do want to start with, like, you know, the current state of the world. I feel like that's kind of what I wanted to speak about as well. A lot of people are saying, what's your opinion on the vaccine? I think this is a hard one to talk about. This is a weird one to talk about because I don't want to say anything wrong. Like, I am so genuinely scared of saying the wrong thing that I over-analyse and over-edit everything that I film and put out because I'm frightened of saying the wrong thing. I don't want to be responsible for influencing people the wrong way, and I don't think that that was ever something I considered with this job. I am frightened of people cancelling me for the wrong thing that I almost just have found this year unbearable online. Like, it has been so difficult. I don't know how to describe it because you guys for the most part have been amazing and you seem to really like my content. The comments are really positive, but there are times where I just think, oh, I wish I'd done this or said this, but I'm so frightened of the response that I just would never. You know, everybody that's online is a human being. They're gonna make mistakes. They're gonna do things that other people think is wrong or right. Oh no, I just ripped it. Can you guys do that thing with scissors where you like zip down the paper? Because I can't do that. It always just doesn't work when I try that. Are you kidding me? I've not cut enough paper. This is why I'm rubbish at gifts. No, I haven't cut enough paper. This happens every time. Clothing, they'll go in here. So when it comes to my opinion on the vaccine, I'm obviously going to be careful with what I say because people will take it the wrong way in some way or another. There's always somebody that's offended. But my personal opinion is I'm happy, obviously, that they've come up with a vaccine. I'm incredibly happy, and I think it's the light at the end of the tunnel that we've all been waiting for the entire year. However, I do completely understand why some people are worried about it and reluctant to want to get it. I know people personally that don't want to have it. For me, if I'm 100% honest, because I'm, you know, in the lowest group of people, as in I'm young and I'm healthy, I will be one of the last people to receive the vaccine as it is, so it seems like a distant worry to me. If that is what it took to be able to travel again, I would have it like that. Like that, I just want my life to be able to go back to how I kind of had planned it, and I think that's what everybody wants. So yeah, if it came to having to have a vaccine to be able to board a plane, then I'm there, like sign me up. But I do understand people's hesitations. Like, I really, really do think that you can see the point of view that there has not been quite long enough to really know the long-term effects, but it wouldn't have got to this stage if it wasn't ready to be rolled out, and I trust the scientists. What do I know? Like, I don't know anything about that. So I hate the sellotape sound. I'm really sorry if that's bothering you. This is a really weird shaped object to try and wrap up, and I'm not doing a good job. I'll show you it once it's wrapped, but I am not a wrapper. Like, it was an awkward shape, okay? So we've got to let it slide. Like, it's fabric, so it's not It's, yeah, I need to put more sellotape on that. Luckily this one's for Tom, so he won't be like critiquing my wrapping. Had a lot of questions about if Tom and I are still together, which really surprised me, but I guess because I haven't been posting anything on social media, rightfully you guys might think that we're not. Yes, we are. I think that, you know, I see so many YouTubers that I watch saying like, just because you don't post with them for a few days, it doesn't mean that you're not friends with them or like you're not with them anymore, and that is the case. Like, just because I haven't posted anything with him because I haven't got anything to post doesn't mean that we've broken up. So yes, of course we are still together, and yeah, I'm very excited for our Christmas, to be honest. I can't wait. I think that we've gone a bit more low-key on Christmas this year, because usually what we do is like book holidays or like book trips or go away. This year is obviously not like that, so we have got like material gifts, but there's just nothing that either of us really wanted. So there's not like a main gift or like a major present. But let's go back to Instagram. I mean, we could get controversial. The UK North-South divide. I've spoke about this before, so I'm not going to speak about it loads, but I think that this is such a real thing. Like, I really think that if you can sit there and say that you're not affected by that, then you're probably southern. Like, I do just think that this year more than ever it has become more and more obvious that there is a north-south divide. And yes, there are scientific reasons as to why the north-south divide is more prominent at the moment, but I just think in terms of the way the country's run, it is always favoured towards the south, because that's where the money is, and that's absolutely fine. But living in the north and having grown up in the north, I wasn't ever really made aware of that until I started mixing with people from all over the country, and then I think you can tell a difference. And I'm not going to go off on a rant about how I think the north have been treated quite unfairly, because, you know, I'm going to divide opinion, I'm going to spark controversy in the comments. Controversy? But personally, I do feel as though a little bit there are certain areas that are just, I don't know, I think Manchester for me is a big one. They have struggled this year, and I think that, you know, it's not fair. I don't think it's fair. I'm sitting here, I'm not from Manchester, but I can see the reason why that city are annoyed at how the government have handled this, and I can see that. And I think that, you know, if you sit there and you say that there isn't an issue, I'm not directly affected by it. I have so many friends in the south that I adore. Some of my best friends are southern. I'm not saying like the north is better, because like that's ridiculous, that's stupid. It totally depends where you live. But I do think in terms of like this year, there has been a split. Somebody just put Leeds. Yes. How have you felt about the 2 lockdowns of the year? I think the second one was harder for me personally, even though it was only a month. I do think there was an element in the first lockdown of like, oh, we don't know what's going on here. This is completely new. Plus we were blessed with the weather, and I think that helped so much. Sellotape noise. Whereas the second time, I just felt so much more down all the time. I was just constantly really having to force myself to pick myself up and think of like positives and try to see a silver lining, but like I really did find the second one harder. Yeah, they haven't been easy for anybody. Next, Australia. You guys hate it when I talk about Australia. That's another thing that I've really capped myself speaking about and talking about, because I just get so many comments saying like, we don't care, we don't want to know, like all you do is bang on about traveling. And like, yeah, that's true, but also that's because it just genuinely made me the happiest I've ever been. And because nothing has happened since I went to Australia, because I got back and the world closed down, that's like my most recent reference point. I don't have anything else to go off, so I do speak about it a lot. However, a lot of people are saying thoughts about moving to Australia, are you going to go to Australia, thoughts about the borders opening up, blah blah blah. So I want to talk about travel. I do have like a route plan that I want to do as soon as the borders open up. Gift wrap. I like that I've done this. I've split up wrapping paper depending on who they're for, so like I don't need to put a tag on this because I know it's for Tom, because this is his wrapping paper. So basically I do have a route. It is mainly in Southeast Asia, to be honest. It's not Australia, but I do plan to go back to Australia almost as soon as possible really, but I do want to travel Southeast Asia first, because there's so much more of the world that I haven't seen that I want to see. So my route includes Malaysia. I really want to see more of Malaysia. Kuala Lumpur is like really high on my list. Vietnam, Cambodia, the Philippines, maybe New Zealand. I don't know why I always think in my head of New Zealand as like the same as Australia, but I know that that's probably wrong. Indonesia, Bali. I'm gonna try again with this one because I cut the wrong amount last time. Next. your job, YouTube, having an unusual job, do you think that your channel is failing, blah blah blah, a lot of things on that line. I don't really know the answer to any of those. My genuine love, my genuine passion that I want to pursue more of is travel content, and obviously this year that couldn't happen, but I love making content. I not only love to watch back and to edit, but I think also helps to like inspire others and to help others see the world and see places that they maybe haven't been or thought about going. That is what I want to do, as well as obviously like entertaining and like providing a little bit of light relief for people. I think these videos are just a good 10, 20, 30 minute outlet of your day. Like escapism, it's escapism, isn't it? In terms of do I think my channel is failing, that's quite a savage question, and I can see why people would ask that. Let me just cut this paper because I need to concentrate clearly because I got it wrong last time. I think it's a left-handed person problem, you know. Is that somebody at the door? Somebody's at the door. Oh, we're back. That was Gabby dropping off a hamper of food, and oh my gosh, she has just given me the nicest collection of stuff. There's like jam, tiffin, scones, gin, like, you know, when you can buy a hamper but she's made it herself. So yeah, Gabby, if you're watching, thank you very, very much. I forgot what I was talking about, so we'll just move on. Can you talk about the strange feeling of seeing all of your friends at different life stages, e.g. married, uni, working, etc.? So true, and I see this a lot on TikTok because I think that being in your 20s is such a weird time. Like, hopefully that's enough this time. Because yeah, some of my friends, or not friends, but like people I went to school with have kids. Some of them are engaged, some of them have a house, some of them haven't even decided if they're going to go to uni yet. Like, everybody's at such different stages, and I think that to start with, that really threw me. Like, I was so just like, oh my god, what if I'm doing the wrong thing? What if I should be doing this? And obviously even just within my own like circle of friends, Tom's working full-time in a job, I'm self-employed full-time, my friends are mainly all at university, and everybody is at different stages. Like, I want to travel the world, whereas some people's main focus is as soon as they're out of university to like get a house, and that's absolutely okay because it's fine to be in different stages. But I do think that it can take a toll on you mentally. Like, if you're somebody that compares yourself to other people, being in your 20s is hard because it's like, who are you using as a marker, because everybody is at such different points. And I do get comments all the time on my videos being like, oh well, I'm only 20 and like I've already moved out, and I'm like, okay, wait, I'm not even 20, I'm 21. And then I get other people being like, oh, I'm 27 and I still live at home, and I think that that is exactly how it should be. Because if we all lived the exact same lives, wouldn't it be so boring? Everything would be the exact same, and I've had a year of everything being the exact same, and I can tell you it's boring. This is one I get a lot, and actually I think it's weird. Finances come up so much, and I think that obviously people are interested because I do quite a public job where, oh, see, now I've accidentally cut too much paper and there's too much at the end. This is why I don't wrap presents. Yes. Bit bulky, but it's fine. No, it's not fine. Too bulky, too much. Yeah, so finances are obviously something that comes up all the time because I'm in a job that's quite public, and it's not a secret that you can earn quite a lot of money. And I think it goes back to the question earlier when somebody said, do you think your channel is failing? Obviously you can look at my channel in terms of numbers and think, yeah, she's not got the most subscribers. I don't gain subscribers very quickly at all. But I also think that it doesn't massively bother me, because for as long as I'm doing this and it's sustaining an income, that's okay with me. Like, I can comfortably do pretty much most things that I want to do or need to do at this point in my life without worrying too much about money. And for as long as that is the case, which I know is so fortunate and so lucky, and I'm proud that I've been able to do that myself, because like nobody's done that for me, I'm okay with this job being my job. And I think that finances, I don't really know what I'm trying to say. The question I'm being asked a lot there is, do finances impact your relationship? How do you split finances with Tom? Like, does he mind that you earn more money than him and stuff like that? And the answer to that is, Tom is a very chilled out person. If you watch any of my videos with him, I think we've said it all the time, if you get a vibe for what he's like in vlogs, he's just very laid back. He's so laid back, he's horizontal. I think we're lucky because he also works full time. He also has a disposable income. We're both young adults that aren't students, and I think that makes a difference. Obviously if I had a boyfriend that was a student and had no money but was getting a degree, my lifestyle in terms of my relationship would be very different. So I think that maybe it is a positive that both of us aren't at university, because of course uni students generally don't tend to have a disposable income. That's how uni works, and that's fine. But our lifestyles match up a little bit more. Obviously, you know, neither of us are millionaires, but we can afford to have nice holidays. We can afford to do things that, okay, maybe other 21-year-olds can't do. I don't know, I just think that that's our lifestyle. That was our choice. Both of us decided to do that. Didn't really impact anybody else, doesn't really involve anybody else. So we do split everything pretty much down the middle, but equally, I'm not somebody that's that bothered. Like, we don't ever half things, never. We're the kind of people where it's like, oh, I'll get this meal and that's it, and then tomorrow Tom will be like, oh, I'll buy you lunch, or like, under normal circumstances, obviously we're not doing any of this at the moment, but like, if we went to the cinema, Tom would just pay, and then the next time we did something, I would just pay, and it's never like 50-50, because we don't divide stuff like that, because maybe because we're fortunate, because we don't need to, but also because that's just not really who I am. Like, I don't really do that with very many people. It's more just like, oh, you get these drinks, I'll get the next drinks. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but that's how it works for us, and it's always worked. It's been working for 4 years. A lot of people have asked that in terms of holidays as well. Yeah, we've always split holidays. I think the only time I've paid for holidays, or he's paid for holidays, is when they've been gifts. I paid when we went to Barcelona for his 19, and I paid for that trip, and then he paid to take me to Iceland for my 20th birthday. It swings and roundabouts, you know? Everybody is different, and that's absolutely fine. Oh, right, I think this might be my favourite wrap so far, because it's a box. They just look so much more satisfying, so I'm gonna do my fancy ribbon stuff with it now. Bought these gorgeous ribbons and tags, also from the garden centre. Garden centres are great. But yeah, somebody said, how do you feel about the COVID tiers? I've mentioned COVID a lot during this. This will be the last one, I promise. Personally, oh no, is this the last bit of ribbon? Oh no, no! Should have bought another roll, damn it. Personally for me, I do think I am quite frustrated about the fact that my area is in tier 3 compared to other areas down south, other areas in the north even that are in tier 2, yet we're in tier 3. I do think that they might revise it on like whatever the date is that they're having another look. I think it's the 16th. But I'm just frustrated, I mean, I guess from a selfish point of view as well. Like, I would have loved to have a bit more of a Christmas. I would have loved to have been able to go to restaurants, and I would have loved to have had, like, you know, drinks and meals and stuff like that. But also from the point of view of my local area, because it is really suffering, and I know people that own like cafes and restaurants and work in cafes and restaurants, and this is their busiest time of year, and they're just being so mugged off, in my opinion. We went into tier 3 for a reason, but I don't think that reason stands anymore. But it is what it is. I'm trying not to overthink it. Why am I rubbish at judging how much of anything I will need? Like, I've not got enough ribbon either. Are you kidding me? Well, that's not how I wanted it to be, but I guess that's how it's going. You may or may not have noticed that I am not a gift wrapper. Kind of cute, right? Tom won't care anyway. Okay, I'm gonna do one more, and I can show you this because this is for Lottie. I got her this little navy blue coat. It looks kind of black on the camera, but it's like speckled and reflective, and I just thought it was cute for like if she goes for walks in the dark, the white bits light up in car headlights. B&M, it costs £6, so I just thought I'd get her that, even though she has so many clothes. The dog has a wardrobe bigger than mine. Let me take the price off. Wouldn't want her to know how much it cost me. Comment down below, do you get your dog Christmas presents, or am I really weird? Exercise. Why haven't I seen you posting any workouts recently? Well, because I haven't been doing any. I did speak about this in vlogs. I don't think this is that deep. I don't need to go into it. I just couldn't be bothered, to be honest with you. Lockdown 1, my motivation was sky high. I was determined to work out loads. Lockdown 2 happened, wasn't feeling that. I've been going on a lot of walks. I walk a lot, and I think that that's good for my head, and also it just gets me out of the house. I only wrapped 4 gifts. This is not the one. I'm gonna wrap the dogs in this paper because she's not as luxurious as Tom, and she will only eat it, so you know. No, am I running out of paper? Can't be running out of paper. I haven't wrapped half my gifts yet. You know, something that I always get scared of when I'm cutting wrapping paper is getting a paper cut. And that's on first world problems. Also, this is this wrapping paper. I think it's really pretty, actually. Somebody said, what are your plans for Christmas in the new rule situation? First off is to wrap this dog's gift. This dog's? My dog's? Yeah, Christmas, I'm actually not gonna lie, will be exactly the same as how it always is, because we don't have like a big family Christmas. That's just not what we do in my family. Like, it's always just the 4 of us, and then in recent years it's been the 5 of us, including Tom. So that's exactly how it'll be. It'll just be my house and Tom, and I think obviously I am able to then visit Tom's family as well, but on Christmas Day I think it's just going to be the 5 of us, and that's not any different. So we are really lucky, because obviously, you know, regardless of what the rules had been, our Christmas wouldn't have been that different. But I do appreciate that for so many people, they have big family get-togethers, huge Christmas dinners. They meet with family that live abroad or like at the complete other side of the country. Under regular circumstances, it's just nice to spend time at home doing nothing with my family. However, I have done that pretty much every day since March. It won't feel too different to the rest of the year. Apart from good food, more alcohol, games. I think I spoke about this, but I've gone so game heavy this Christmas. Like, I have bought pretty much everybody a game. So if you're watching this and you're getting a gift off me, you're receiving a game in there somewhere, because I just think that board games brighten up for Christmas or cause a family argument. Oh, it's not too bad. I think you'll enjoy opening that. Part of the fun of getting a dog a gift is watching them open the gift. It's very funny. Influencer culture. I'm going to end on this one because I do have some quite strong opinions, and it kind of does tie back to what I was talking about at the beginning. Can I talk? Am I okay? I think that over the years, being an influencer has really changed. Like, when I started doing YouTube and Instagram, it was just very casual. It was off the cuff. You could post whatever you wanted. Anything really went, and people just accepted that that was like normal, because, you know, we are as influencers normal people for the most part. But now there's this like stylized perfection of how you should look. And I think that a lot of questions were about this as well. Like, do you feel pressured to look a certain way? Do you feel pressured to act a certain way? And I definitely think there is an element of that to a certain extent, because of course, you know, there is pressure. Also, I just realised this looks so messy. These are my cameras, so it's messy. It's an expensive mess, but it is a mess. I'm very sorry. Personally, for me, my least favourite element of it is how there are some people on this platform that seem to get away with a lot more. I really feel like, and I was speaking about this with my friend Eve the other day, I feel as though there are some people like me, Eve, can't speak for other people, but I'm sure there are others, that feel very accountable, that they're held accountable for their actions, for everything they do. And anybody that knows Eve knows she's a good influence. Like, I don't think anybody's ever watched Eve Bennett and thought, oh, that's a bad influence. So why would you not aspire to be like that? Because she's successful, she's driven, she's worked so bloody hard. When I was speaking to her, we were both getting a bit upset because it felt a little bit like frustrating and we didn't know how to voice it. And I'm not speaking on behalf of Eve because I don't know what she actually would want to say on this, but I know how I feel and I know what I would want to say. And I just think that there are some people that have definitely flouted the rules a lot this year online, or just doing things that, you know, maybe aren't meant to be happening but are happening. And they're not just happening to influencers. There are people up and down the country, you know, throwing parties and doing things that you shouldn't be doing. I posted something on my story. I'd gone for a walk with Tom and my DMs were just flooded with horrible, hurtful, nasty comments that I just genuinely couldn't read. It just made me anxious, it made me cry. I don't want to dig a massive hole, to be honest. I'm just digging a hole. I'm digging a hole, and I feel like I can't really talk about it because there's always those people that will comment nasty things. But I do feel as though there are people I watch online that have done stuff like that all year and it hasn't been commented on. I read their comments and I just think they've got such lovely comments on that post, that picture of them with their best friend. Nobody's pulling them up on the fact they shouldn't be with their best friend. Maybe their DMs are too. I guess I can't see their DMs, so maybe it's that element of comparison. But I do think that, I don't know, in my head I thought speaking about this would be a good idea. I'm speaking about it now and I think it's a bad idea. It just genuinely blows my mind, to be honest. I can't believe people would type stuff that they do, and I don't just mean to me, I mean to my friends, to just hate comments that I see online on other people's accounts. I can't believe people would type that. I look at it and I think, how upset and hateful as a person must you be to comment stuff like that? Because it would never cross my mind to leave a comment like that. And I just think it's such a small fraction of people. If you do have a negative comment, you can say it constructively rather than viciously. I think that's what I've taken the most from this year, and I think that's what's breeding within influencer culture more and more and more. And I think that it makes it a hard place to navigate. I want to create fun content that you guys are going to enjoy, and I think for the most part you do, and for the majority of you watching, you're always lovely, and I appreciate it more than you will ever know. But for the ooh, big hair, puffy hair. So it is a hard place to navigate, and there is a big element of comparison, and not just in looks or what you wear, but in terms of like response you get online as well. However, I do love this job. I don't want you to think that I've sat here and I've complained because I hate it, because I don't. I can't imagine a job I could ever possibly enjoy more, and I can't imagine a job that would allow me the freedoms to be so creative and live a lifestyle like this in the world. I can't think of one. I just genuinely can't, and I love it. And I don't want you to take the negativity from this, because I just wanted to get it out, you know? I just wanted to voice it, I wanted to vent it, and I also wanted to wrap some gifts. So I'm gonna go. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave your comments and your opinions down below. As I did say, you can leave a negative comment constructively. If we have a differing of opinion, that's absolutely fine, but you don't need to be like savage. Let me know, what do you think of the tier system? What do you think about the Christmas plans? What do you think about the vaccine? Like, I want these opinions. It's an adult conversation. I want to be able to have it. So let me know in the comments below. I think everything's interesting to read. But most importantly, let me know if you buy your dog a Christmas present, because I don't want to be the only person that buys their dog Christmas gifts and wraps them up. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. Let's try and spread some positivity online this week. I don't want negativity. I don't want negative vibes. I want positivity only. Give the video a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe down below so that you don't miss any of my Christmas content, and I shall be back on Thursday with another video. I've only wrapped 4 out of my 20 something gifts, so this was a slow going video. It was essentially just a chat whilst I also got a job semi done. So bye, guys.